a noble beginning, and a fall from grace. Tairei Namazoth was born in YC77 into a minor royal family on Oris. This is one of the Amarr Empire's most revered planets. Her early years were marked by the privilege and strict religious upbringing, typical for that station. But beneath the surface of nobility and piety lay a darker nature, one that would reveal itself in a shocking and gruesome act of violence. At the age of 20, Tairei was involved in a seemingly minor dispute with her cousin, a disagreement that would change the course of her future life. In a fit of uncontrollable rage, Tairei murdered her cousin in cold blood. When she was found, she was drenched in crimson, her lips stained with the blood of her relative, of whom she had reportedly drank from after slashing her throat. This horrible act of bloodlust marked the end of her life as a noblewoman, but the beginning of her descent into the shadows. Her family, horrified by her action, quickly disowned her. Cast out from her home and stripped of her title, Tairei was exiled from Oris. She was sent to the fringes of the Amarr Empire. The shame of her crime, coupled with her newfound freedom from the constraints of her noble upbringing, pushed Tairei towards an even darker path. Banished to the edge of the bleak lands, Tairei found herself in a desolate region, far from the splendor of Oris. Now here, among the barren wastelands and forgotten outposts, she lived in solitude for nearly a decade. It was during this time that she fully embraced the teachings of the Sanisabic, an ancient heretical faith that preached the sanctity of blood. Tairei's belief in the Sanisabic teachings deepened as she practiced the faith in isolation. The ritualistic aspects of the religion, which emphasized blood sacrifice and the pursuit of immortality, this resonated with her on a primal level. The act of drinking her cousin's blood, once seen as a moment of madness, became a ritualistic initiation into this new way of life. But Tairei's isolation would not last forever. Her fate took another turn when she encountered a Bloodraider scout, a member of the notorious pirate faction, known for their brutal raids and fanatical devotion to the Sanisabic. This scout, recognizing Tairei's potential and the depth of her commitment into the blood rituals, introduced her to the Bloodraiders. This meeting would prove to be the catalyst for Tairei's full induction into the Covenant. Tairei quickly proved herself within the Bloodraider Covenant, demonstrating a keen tactical mind and an unwavering devotion to the cause. Her past as a noblewoman and her deep understanding of the Amarr mindset made her a valuable asset to the Bloodraiders. Over time, she rose through the ranks, her ruthlessness, her efficiency, earning her a fearsome reputation. Her role within the Covenant expanded as she became personally involved with the Bloodraider leadership. Her loyalty and effectiveness in carrying out brutal raids and punishing those who opposed the Covenant brought her to the attention of Umir Sarikusa, an enigmatic and terrifying leader of the Bloodraiders. She also got to know Armen Arka, the Covenant's master of strategy and manipulation. Under the wings of these notorious figures, Tairei honed her skills as a commander. She learned the art of psychological warfare from Arka, applying her understanding of fear and control to break the spirit of her enemies. From Sarikusa, she absorbed the importance of absolute loyalty and the power that came from unwavering belief through the Sanisabic faith. And today, Tairei Namazoth stands as one of the most senior tactical commanders within the Bloodraider Covenant. Known as the Crimson Commanderess, she is called upon when the Covenant requires swift and brutal action. Her approach to warfare is merciless. She takes no prisoners and leaves no survivors, ensuring that the Bloodraiders' enemies are not just defeated, but even forgotten in time. Her reputation for cruelty and her unyielding dedication to the Bloodraiders have made her a figure of fear across the New Eden. To encounter Tairei's Balgorn on the battlefield is to face the force of nature, relentless, unforgiving, and drenched in the blood of her enemies. Tairei's story is a dark tale of transformation from a noblewoman born into privilege to a pure monster who embraces blood and death as a way of life. She has found a place where her brutal nature is not just accepted but celebrated. And in this place of darkness and blood, Tairei has become one of the most feared figures in all of New Eden, a true embodiment of the terror that the Bloodraider Covenant seeks to spread across the stars.